The jeweller's letter which you found on me was, by the way, a forgery. When you seized me, I was taken by surprise. When I was allowed to go, after you had told me that the dead man was not Grell, I felt certain that you would have me followed. Your men were very clever, and I could not shake 'em off at first. I was determined to go to any length to protect Grell, so I went into an outfitter's where there was a public telephone and put a call to a place where I was sure to find Condit. I fixed up with him to wait for the man who was shadowing me, and I led him down to Whitechapel. It was simple enough for Condit to drop on him from behind, and then the two of us knocked him senseless, got him into a cab, and carried him away to Smike Street, to the place which you raided. Mr. Grell knew nothing about that incident till it was over. He was staying in Grave Street at the time, and the idea occurred to me of holding your man as a hostage. We meanwhile contrived to send a note to Sir Ralph Fairfield. In case of accidents, I was to meet him in Grave Street and lead him round about till I was certain he was not followed." "Then you were the black-bearded man who fired at me," exclaimed Foyle. "I might have guessed it." "And so you were the navvy," said Ivan. "I didn't know that, but I at once made up my mind it was dangerous to meddle with Fairfield if he was watched. I gave him the slip, went back to Mr. Grell, and typed out a note to you. You got it?" "Yes, I got it. Where did the paper you used come from?" Ivan's brow contracted into a frown of deep thought. "I forget. No, I got it from Mr. Grell. He tore off a half-sheet from a letter." Foyle was thinking of the fingerprints he had found on that note-paper. Ivan plunged again into his narrative. "After that the Princess came, and Condit. She had fixed up an arrangement with the people living in the house that they were to declare her their daughter if inquiries were made. I don't know if she slept thereafter, but she did that night. We worked out a cipher in order to attempt to communicate secretly with either Sir Ralph Fairfield or Lady Eileen Meredith. As I have said, the lack of money was our trouble, and we had to get some somehow. Condit went away, and I persuaded Mr. Grell to go with him and spend the night at a gambling joint in Smike Street. I remained. You see, we guessed you might want to examine the house, but we weren't certain. We were right. As you know, I only got away over the roofs just in time, and the Princess slipped away while you were engaged. After that, it was a game of hide-and-seek. We decided that it was too dangerous to keep your detective a prisoner, and sent him back in a motor car we hired. It was easy enough to make a false number to slip over the real one so that it couldn't be traced. It was my idea after that Mr. Grell should become a watchman on the river until we could get away by embarking before the mast. We tried the advertisement method of communication and failed. The Princess undertook to see Lady Eileen, with what result you know. You know all that has happened since. I do not regret what I have done. If the killing of you or any other man would have saved Grell, I would not have hesitated." "Thanks," said Foyle dryly. "You had a good try more than once. Now, are you willing to have your statement taken down by a shorthand writer, so far as it refers to events in London?" "I'll repeat it when you like," answered Ivan, squaring his shoulders. "Now you say that you want to prove Mr. Grell's innocent. I have nothing to hide, for I am certain that he is innocent." "Tell me one other thing," said the superintendent. "What is the association between Petrovska and Grell? Why should she have taken part in this business?" Ivan spread out his white hands. "That you must find out either from Mr. Grell or her. I don't know." Foyle drew out his watch. "All right, Ivan, I'll see you again shortly. Meanwhile, I'll send someone along to get your statement. I don't think you'll regret having decided to speak. Good-bye." End of chapter 50.